guys. Good morning, guys. Since we got the Nissan done, let's work on this on the Nissan theme for the Diversified Scalers model show coming up in September. One of their side themes, one of their sub themes is going to be a Nissan Datsun Day, and a few of us have been selected by the Diversified Scalers model club to build some R35s. A few of us have gotten this kit. It's inspired Stig to go get one, and a few other people in the community to go get one. Hey, what's up, True North? If you guys didn't notice, we finished up the other Nissan the other day. Bill from Bobblehead is in the house. Thanks, Bill. Kick and Wing, what's up, buddy? Sorry I couldn't join you guys the other night. I was at work. So let's work on this today. If you guys hadn't noticed, I got a Revell wagon roof. I got a Revell Magnum roof from Maker Mike. He has a YouTube channel. I don't know how often he posts, but I follow him on Facebook. He's a big member of the Amigos page there. So I picked up some parts. He's building a pretty neat custom wagon. And he cut the roof off of his Magnum wagon. So do you not work at Hobby Lobby anymore? Now you're hanging drywall? So got quite a bit of work to do to get done. I didn't put the body kit on this side yet. I just put it over here just to get the look, to see, you know, if it was something I would even like. So now we need to do some work over here, and like you can see, I haven't even put the pillar in on this side yet. So I got me a glass of chocolate milk. Gonna sit here and work on this until the kids wake up. He sent the interior. He sent the interior and stuff too, but I don't know how deep I'll go into the interior. I just shoved everything in the body. Hey, good morning, Tom. I get excited when I get new parts. Do you have to wear your safety helmet when you're driving? For when we first met Skylar, guys, Kick and Wing, I have an autistic son, and Skylar related to me that he has some relation to that, and you know, we got to joking around. Skylar's a good kid, guys. You know, we have a bunch of kids in the community that want to get on Facebook Live and do gangster stuff, and Skylar's just a very mature young man, and we were having fun with him a few months ago when he was first, well, a couple years ago, and you know, there's some people, some young youth, they don't have positivity in their life. So, you know, they get led the wrong way. Sometimes they straighten up, and sometimes it's too darn late. You know, they've already made life choices. But we like Skylar, and we give him a little bit of hard time. So it was just an inside joke. Good kid. So, what were you hanging drywall in then? Morning, Dylan. I ever show you guys the decals in the Liberty Walk? Now there's a full unboxing of this on scaledworld.net. You guys can go up there and check, and there'll be an inbox review there. We got a mess. I show you. Yeah, you guys seen the wheels yesterday. Oh yeah, where you guys moved to? Yeah. Now, I used to be different, Jason. I used to hate Revell kits and only built AMT because AMT was easier to get at the time when I had started building and was able to buy my own model kits. We had stores like Kmart, Ventures. We had a store here in the Midwest called TGNY. And then when I go to my uncles in Indiana, they had a Ben Franklin's and stuff. And it seemed AMT kits were easier to get back then at almost everywhere you went. And Revell was more of a hobby shop type thing. And I didn't like Revell in the 80s. Revell's, I didn't like the way they fit. There was a ton of flash. So I got used to working with AMT. It wasn't until the later years that I found Monogram, and then I fell in love with the Monogram stuff. Then, so I would only build either AMT and Monogram from about, well, hell, almost up until Revell and Monogram went in business together. Because Revell wasn't doing, I just didn't like the quality of their kits, I should say. A lot of flash, thin plastic stuff that didn't fit right. Got a big lip right here. Let me pull the camera down so you guys can actually see me work. I got a big lip right here. I'm trying to knock it down before I put filler on. What I like to do so you keep a nice even thing is I got me a piece of wood, small thin particle wood, and then it's actually got two different grits on it. And then what I usually do, that right there will usually keep it, help you get it. When you're doing serious body work like this, guys, you want to take your time, and you don't want to use just your hand because you'll get it uneven. That's why you want something stiff. This right here won't move. In the body world, they call it a board, sanding board. You can get sanding blocks and stuff like that. But you mostly use this to shape, and you won't be able to shape if you're using your hand and you're just making curves, because your hands, you got your fingers, and you'll get gouges in each way, and you won't be able to knock it completely down, but you get it less filler, less chance of cracking and what have you. Jason, the Aoshima kits, they're not very cheap. They're not very detailed neither, but we get subjects that ain't produced by the American companies, you know what I mean, per se. Especially if you're into the older like I was talking to Butch earlier this morning, and he found the Revell Datsun 510, and he lives in Canada, so he's asking me if it was a good deal. It's not a very good kit. It's a good car. It's hard to get in kit form by Revell, but Revell didn't do a super great job with it. And for Butch to get it, they want $64 for it. You know what I mean? So he was asking me, did he think that was a good deal? It's just one of those things. It's how bad do you want to build it? When you guys work a project that it's going to be this in depth, you got to make sure that you get all your edges and all that to be the right shape. And we'll fill all this in here in a little bit. Try to get back here in the camera view for you guys. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, build. Just stay in touch with what you. Here's what I believe. Stay in touch in the hobby with what you enjoy in real life, and that way it'll keep your interest while you're building. You're going to have more knowledge of what you're building. Don't just build because, I've seen a lot of people go out there, I'm going to go buy this because it's brand new, and then it sits on the shelf and just sits there. Well, you could have used that money to build you something that you really wanted to, something that you have experience in and knowing. Don't just go buy it because it's something new. Buy it because it's something that interests you, and buy it because you know that you'll build it. Okay. Now I took it down our huge spot. I took it down quite a bit. So now let's yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Me and Tom, we can't touch them unless we've cut them. 2% chocolate milk today, guys. Yeah, don't be afraid of resin. Oh, grab the phone by. Don't be afraid of resin. Don't be afraid of glue bombs. Just take your time. Be patient and enjoy your money spent. Tom shared with me last week a project he's got coming. I can't wait to see that one, Tom. Was that setting on the Pegasus Supremes? I can't remember. I know it was a Supreme looking wheel. Alright, so let's... Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good looking kit. Now, I have the back window. I have the back window built for this. So it's going to set like this. I didn't bring the roof all the way. The wagon had a sunroof in it, and I didn't want it in the Nissan, so I only brought the roof back about this far. I didn't get the fin that comes with the roof. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do there yet. But that's how it's going to set. That's how that's going to set here. I'm going to get rid of that. Let me get rid of this line. So that way it gets it better. When I built this, it was just rough cuts. I had already posted pictures of this on Facebook, but I hadn't worked on it yet. Heck yeah, I can't wait to see that. And then I pop that in there like that. Now, I don't like the way they cut the front fender, the front bumper short. Even though they know we're going to put the body kit on here, because that's the way this kit was formed, I just don't. I don't know why they did. Well, that wasn't right. There he goes. Alright. Yeah, Jason, don't ever stop pushing yourself, bud. I get in my moods. I get in my moods where, you know, I can only focus on lowriders for a little bit, or I can only focus on, oh hell, Mustangs or hot rods, pro touring. You know, it just depends upon, you know, what I'm feeling. Here lately, I've been collecting stuff for the Sunny stuff. You know, I've been on that Sunny kick. I really like those little Sunny trucks, so I'm gathering up stuff for those and getting ideas for those and what have you. It's got a high edge back here. Yeah, and that's another thing. Box stock is always good for a release. If you are in the middle of a build that's too in depth, I love building snap-togethers and promos, just so it gives me a break and I can just focus on outside work and interior work. I don't have to worry about chassis work or motor work, because sometimes we can burn ourselves out by getting too big of a project, and then before you know it, you have no interest at all in the project that you were working on. Alright, so let me do this. Now, that's the resin from What's-His-Face, right? That's not the Hasegawa kit. The one you're working on, Tom, is actually a resin piece. Oh, okay. Yep. Chris Morgan. Yep. Morning, Mr. Graven. Okay. I think before I put filler on here, I'm going to go ahead and put the other side on. That way I can fill up any gaps all at once and let it all set. Yeah, I was looking at that. I don't know. Looks like I sanded too deep right there. So I'm going to have to fill that in. Give it more of a... Try to give it more of an angle than a pitch like that. Okay. Let's get some stuff out of the way. Where's my Tamiya Super Can? I always sand down where I'm going to glue to make sure it has something to connect to. I tell you what, Jason, one of my favorite builds is the long time running 64 Impala that AMT does. And for some reason just had always been a build that I really enjoyed liking over the years. And then they brought out the 62, which was a pretty good kit. Yeah, like Bill said, just stay with it. Don't let it deter you. The more you build, buddy, the more your skills will be tuned in, and you'll be able to work around your dislikes to build something that you like, you know. I'm going to start with the side skirt that it goes behind. Okay, you guys don't see it goes behind all this. And what they call these over in England, in the UK area and stuff, they call these shooting brakes. They really do have some fancy cars turned into wagons, for some of the more well-off people over there. They use them to go hunting and stuff and play golf, you know, because some of this stuff won't have the room for full set of golf clubs. C1 has the shooting brake. I think that paintbrush there is wasted. They have the shooting brake Camaro. Tom Jackson just picked up a Corvette version that he's working on from C1. I watched a video this morning where some dummy, they are doing like a rally run or something like that, and he jumps out of his Lamborghini and he jumps up on top of it showing off, and he stepped right on the windshield and it shattered. Like, it took no, he didn't kick it, he didn't stomp it, he just literally jumped up on the car and his foot touched the windshield and it caved in. I'm like, what an idiot. You don't gotta be smart to have money. Alright, now where's my over fingers? And I'll go back in there and clean all these fenders up once all the glue sets in. Later, Tom. Have a good morning, bud. And let this all set up before I start doing body work. That way it's all in there, hardened up and everything. Get that in there. So get all that started. Let's see. It's got this window cowl right here. I kind of want to get that in too. And I think what the deal is on this is the way the hood hinges go. Yeah, see, that's supposed to go right there like that. Yeah, I won't. Hello, Mr. Jody. Great to see you here. How's the 53 doing? It is a 53, right? Not a 54. Are you home or are you in Costa Rica? Well, I guess Costa Rica is your home, but you know what I mean. The retirement life, guys. You still got the Z3? I remember you was excited when you bought that. You got my little BMW coupe. Convertible, I mean, little two-seater, that BMW. I think is it the Z? Yeah, it's a Z3. Oh, I bet he's enjoying that. Okay. Well, there's that. Get that out of there. That's a little bit of a booger right there. Don't forget, guys, you can pick up these sanding sticks other than the wood stuff that I made for myself. You can pick all these up at umpretail.com. I would suggest you getting the big bundle pack it's the best. It's the best deal for the money. Let's cut this clip out here. Guys, I've been trying to stay focused on my automobile building again, but I'm not going to lie to you, them figures are pretty enjoyable, and I've been seeing some new stuff coming. I got my little brother, he's been building. If you guys care to check out his channel, it's called JIRWINKO. It's actually called Jerwinkos. You wouldn't believe he's my little brother when you see him. My mom and dad decided when I was 15 that they wanted another baby. So I'm quite a bit older than he is. So got that. You know what? Let me see. Thought I had. Oh, I did have to. I forgot I picked this one up. But I don't see. Oh, there it is. Alright guys, I'm in luck. I actually do have a Magnum wagon here. I forgot. I picked this one up. So I will have this bigger thing. Let's work on this too. Get all Like I said, you guys, we're into the last week of the raffle to buy your tickets. Like I say, they're $2 a piece. You can buy as many as you want. If you buy 10, you get to pick out an envelope. Inside the envelope is some hidden gifts. And then, like I showed you guys yesterday, we picked up some more hobby giveaway stuff. Some stuff that I'm going to use. And then we still have 3 of those forever tickets. Now they're $20, but they last. They will remain in every draw until they're chosen. And like I said, with every draw we do some side gifts and whatnot. Speaking of the tuner stuff that me and Jason was talking about a minute ago, I went nuts when Revell started making the Acura kits. I love that, man. See? I don't know. Okay. That goes there. Just like that. So that means this whole thing can go in there like that. It don't make any sense. Because if I glue that in there like that, how does a winter get in there? Yeah, that's true. Trying to get some work in before the kids wake up. That's fitting a lot better. That's fitting a lot better. Trying to get the rear window to fit, Jay, so I know exactly how to do the rear fin. There we go. Alright, so if the window sets in like that, guys, this fin they're showing sets right here, but it doesn't cover, it won't cover the door and everything. So I think we're going to manipulate it. Let's let's see. Too thin. 20's too thin. Let's see what 30 gives us. 30. See if I have a big enough piece in 30. Okay. Now. Alright, see you, Ron. So 30 would work. We have to build us a fin to cover that gap. Skylar, you work today too? Or are you off today? Oh, is Gilbert in here? Yeah. Yeah, I used a monogram roof. Morning, Gilbert. Yeah, this is the Dodge Magnum roof. Like I said, I saw Maker Mike was building like an alternative wagon, like a post-apocalyptic wagon. And I seen he cut the roof off. So I contacted Mike, and he said he still had the parts, and he sent them to me, and I'm going to put them to use on this. I wanted to build something different. Like I said, Pete at Scaled World and sent this to me. They'd asked a couple guys from the Diversified Scalers Model Club and ScaledWorld.net had contacted a few of us guys in the community if we would like to build one of these for their parking lot theme, and I jumped all over. I'm like, heck yeah. And this is my take on it. Morning, Gilbert. Gilbert, guys, posted up a few pictures over on the Mr. Mini Dreams Facebook page. You guys can also follow Gilbert over at the Styrene Syndicate page. He was working on a night, and he wasn't happy with the way the first set of metal work he was doing, so he redid it and shared pictures with us this week of the job as he's redone it, and it looked good before. I'm a big fan of Gilbert's work. It looked good before, but now it just looks killer. He showed us one time the metal work on another set of legs he was doing for a Titan, and just the way he can manipulate different metal paints. It just gives the whole build an awesome look. Okay. One of my favorite builds by Gilbert, believe it or not, guys, is got this guy on a horse. and he used inks, and the way the inks used to shade the muscles of the horse, and oh man, it is just a beautiful build. The Death Dealer, yeah. I love the build, Gilbert, but I can never remember the name. You guys should see Gilbert's Dragons. The way he does the fades on the wings and stuff. Just great. If you guys don't follow Stig 800, he's working on a Scion XB. He posted pictures up on the Facebook, on the Mr. Mini Greens Facebook page yesterday. You ought to see the paint job he is doing. Oh Lord, it is sick. I'm trying to build a rear wing, Gilbert. I didn't get all the parts from Mike. But what can you say when the guy gives you something? You make the best of it. Speaking of which, Gilbert gave me a resin bust, and I still got to work on it, but I basted him. I put him on a wooden base, and this came from Gilbert, and I put him on a wooden base. I screwed through him, Gilbert, so that way I could pull him off and paint him, and then still do the base, do some base details. And then I went and got some Games Workshop's Tyranids. I'm going to put some Tyranids around it. Oh, thank you, Bill. How are you been? Guys, I know you don't see Lism post that often on YouTube, but Lism is a great friend of mine. For years, he's been doing articles and building magazines for Lowrider N-Scale magazine. Let me show you. I'm going to show you guys some of Lism's work real quick. Now, Lowrider N-Scale magazine was his Lowrider brand, but Built is for all models. Built is for all models. But when Lism does a magazine, I'm gonna move some room while I'm waiting for glue to dry anyway. Here's what Cash is famous for, guys. We love his work. This is Gary Seeds. When Lynn does, it takes him a while to produce a magazine. Let me turn the light off here so it won't white out. But when Lism does a magazine, guy editor, he doesn't have the advertisement space that some of these magazines do. But when you get in there, look how clean and everything is. He'll give you an editor's corner. You know, he talks about a bunch of different stuff. And great, he does some great pictures when he's able to attend the shows to take the pictures, or he'll take the pictures that you guys send him. And it's a great magazine that Cash does. Our great friend Roger Chavez, he passed away a few years ago on us. You know, sudden heart attack, and he was gone. But you know, Lism does some great magazines. I got 4 or 5 of his magazines. They're just worth waiting for when he gets them done. George Ramirez, dude built some great cars, and Lism was able to get us some great pictures. The Grand National Model Show, like down to scale, they just lost Chris. Matter of fact, Here Chris is in the picture, even though they just, he just passed away. They just had his services. Um, Sad deal. So make sure you guys get your butts into the doctors and make sure, you guys are all taken care of. Some more of Gary Seed's builds. Gary Seed really at work on a blue Lincoln for the lifestyle. I believe this was Lifestyles Car Club. And then more. And then we haven't seen Mike in the hobby for a long time. But Mike Tillis used to build a lot. And then here's from the Buckeye Classics in Columbus, Ohio. He's taken a lot of pictures. And then right here, I got a big 2-page spread. Lism is showing me a lot of love being in the hobby. I used to joke with everybody else. I don't have a cover car. I've never had a cover car in a magazine. But not many people can say they have a centerfold, writer stuff. And the Built magazine is more of the custom, the pro touring, the other aspects of the hobby. And for being a one-man crew, this is a great, great magazine. Let's see. It's HP Mag Cloud is who does the magazines. And what you got to go there to buy the magazine. He does all the work. For you guys just joining in, Mark and you guys, what we're doing, we're taking a Skyline and we're making it into a shooting brake wagon. And I was missing a few pieces, so what I've done is added a piece of plastic back there. I'm going to get the body where I need it to be, so then that way I can start doing the body work to it. Get all the body work done and move on. Even if I don't get it completed, by the time the show is in September, it will still be there, even if it's in primer or rough stages. It is a build for ScaledWorld.net, so it'll belong to Pete when it's done, so it will be seen finished. Oh yeah, hey, what's up, Louie? Yeah, it was a great magazine. We had another little magazine that Bugs used to do, Low Life. Sadly, Bugs was fighting diabetes and some other medical issues and passed away a few years ago. So we lost that magazine's a total loss now. Great guy, very friendly, but his health failed pretty quick, and that's what sucks about us guys getting older that's been in the hobby forever. Why can't we have a crate engine somewhere sitting around for us? So hopefully I'm trying to get this to set down in there. I didn't want to use super glue. I'm trying to get it to melt in there. I'm trying to get this to set down in there so that way it could take shape of the roof itself. Yeah, Blair was a great guy too. Yeah, and Blair's passing was so sudden. We would just talking, and he was excited about going to the NNL and all that. He had just posted up. Him and John had just went through and did all the videos for helping us learn how to do the weathering, and then that quick. And at first, like when John told me, I'm like, no, what? And then yeah, it was that serious, man. I'm like, no way. And then Rick, a member of the Pennsylvania Model Club, uh, even told me, and I'm no, I had an uncle. Well, it was my dad's uncle, so he'd been my great uncle. Um, was just sitting in the front room reading with my aunt Reba, reading the Bible nonetheless. And she looked over, and he was gone like that quick. They were just sitting there reading the Bible, and he was just gone that quick. So when it's your time, it's, I guess the deal's done. I know some religions don't believe in reincarnations, or, you know, what they call them, spiritual afterlife, like a guardian angel or something, but you gotta believe in something. Even atheist believes in something. If he doesn't believe in Christ, he has to believe that something happens. What is it? I keep thinking sometimes, I think about Talladega Nights, where when they tell Mike, when Will Ferrell tells Mike, I hope your kids suffer from something. He goes, don't you put that on me. I can't get this one side to stay down. So I'm going to try to glue it into place. Like that. Now, take your time. Take your time with the little one. You're going to get. You're going to get. You'll believe it or not. I have a set of twins, Jason. Um, I have a 14-year-old about to be 15. Um, like I said, right now they're 9, and my boy's 14. But when the twins were born, I didn't get much time down here. My wife, to keep me entertained and keep me upstairs, she got me an Xbox. So I played games for a little bit. I could be up there with them if they needed, you know what I mean, when they woke up and stuff. I wouldn't be down here and totally oblivious to what was going on upstairs. Um, I don't know if I did that right, guys. And so you'll get your hobby time in. Just know, some sleepless nights for you, for your girlfriend or your wife if you're married. Um, but in the end, they're going to be your kids, and you'll be thankful. Mark just did a review of a neat little kit. I think I already mentioned that. It's a neat little kit, kind of like Mark said. It's kind of small, but it was an interesting kit, Mark. I like the way it had the little trailer and stuff with it. Little military kit. It was like a track vehicle with a trailer that was on tracks too. And then I didn't bid on it because I'd spent all my hobby allowance on the model hut, but John Sharpie did a little, oh, that's way off. I'm gonna start this over. That thing just ain't working. John Sharpie did he did a little like dune buggy looking thing, and I seen it pop up on the graveyard auctions this weekend. I haven't seen it at my local place. I don't even remember what it went for. I thought about picking it up a while back, but man, I'm not really doing the military stuff. I'm just interested in a few items, and basically they're more vehicles than anything, so I held off. But watching Mark's review this week made it look like a pretty neat little thing. First I didn't bend it enough, now I bent it too much. What the Hey, what's up, Styrene? How are you been? Maybe I should have used super glue. I use super glue, we'd already be reshaping it and everything. Oh well, that's the fun of building, guys. Get some mistakes, and I'm already out of chocolate milk. So far, the worst part about this build is what I created. Oh. Mark, you got me wanting to do a sponge paint job and then clear coat it. And I don't know which build I would do it on. I'm gonna let that set up in there. See what we get. Yeah, the paint job Stig is doing, guys, like I was mentioning a minute ago, it's a bunch of candied colored octagons, kind of like a honeycomb looking paint job, I should say. But dude, it's looking wicked. You know what? This is really making me mad. Yeah, yeah, the hydro dipping stuff is getting pretty popular, Mark. And that's what they call that, where they um it's like a film they put on top of the water. Yeah, it's like a film. They put it on top of the water. They spray the clear coat and everything on it to help it attach to help it attach to the surface of the model or whatever they're going to be painting, and they dip it in there. It shows off great. Another thing I like too, Mark, is Paul from ISM. He just posted a picture of his finished or his build that he's doing, a Subaru build that he's doing, and he took 1/12 scale carbon fiber instead of the 1/25 scale carbon fiber, and it looks really good. So I started looking and seeing what the decal cost for that 1/12 scale carbon fiber stuff, just because I like to look at the way it looked like, Mark. And there's people that are hydro dipping the carbon fiber. Look, it looked it looked really good though for being hydro dipped. Okay, I rethought my ways, guys. I went ahead and went with super glue because it's already there and in place. Now where'd my 30 go? Now I can get in here. I can brace it up. I'm bracing it up, guys, so we can do body work and then start shaping it. I lost my other piece of 30. Where'd my piece of 30 go? Alright, looks like we'll have to pull out a whole nother thing of 30. Bill, is your show season done? Have you, if you're still here? I know Bill only gets to attend a few shows a year. Yeah. It's not Zip Kick. What I use is Instant Set, because all only glues I like to use is the BSI, the Bob Industries. I buy them by the lots from lots of models on eBay, and I like the Instant Set. I don't use the Zap-A-Gap stuff, guys. I know I can get it at Hobby Lobby easier than I can buying the Bob Smith stuff off eBay. But it's just a glue that I've always enjoyed using, so I just stick with what I know works for me. You know what I mean? That's whoa. So now I'm going to cut this back down here like this. Cut that right back down there like that. And we can start. First of all, you want to sand it down and get it to where it's smooth. Like I said, I'm trying to do all this before I do any body filler. That way I can get everything filled in that needs to be filled in. Oh, follow up to yesterday when we were doing the inventory of the kits, and I found out that the Mitsubishi had a double set of the suspension parts. I contacted Joel from Iceman's Collections, and he said that he didn't have another Mitsubishi, so all the extra parts in there were in the auction, so they're mine. I was the same way when I bought the Nissan Bluebird from Dave Darrow, that, you know, it had a bunch of extra parts in it. I don't look at it as like, oh, I scored. I contacted both sellers to make sure I didn't get something that I wasn't supposed to get. Just because I know it sucks, you working on a kit and all suddenly you don't have the parts you need. Alright, I kind of don't like that so much. So let's bring it back. do you guys think about that? Just a nice little fan, nothing spectacular. Oh, don't do that, you dummy. Now we can put some mud across it. We can reshape it. Where's that back window at? Well, that ain't no fun, guys. I can't find the back window. Oh, I found it. Alright. So the window will go up in there like that. And you got your little. Alright, that works. It's not super tall. It's not gaudy. Yeah, Stig's van, the van that Stig just got done doing, he hydro dipped it. And it is killer. Just doing some cleanup work, guys, from adding the super glue in there so the window fits better. Okay, now let's get a true fit of the window. There it goes. You gotta make sure when you're doing work like this, you gotta keep it cleaned up before you move on. That way you'll cause yourself more problems if you don't. It's a lot easier to fix it now and get it to fit right now than before it's in color. Alright. Get that down back in the box. Alright, well. We'll let everything else dry up overnight. And then tomorrow we'll be down here and we'll put tomorrow we'll get down here and we'll put some final touches on the start doing some body work. I'll have to get that other B pillar in there. Where's the hood? Get the hood to where it fits right now. Let's mock up some wheels. Put everything up. Now I don't know where my lid is. The tent lid is missing. Well, that's a no good. Super glue up. Super glue up. This. Dark gray. Put it right here. What I just had. Alright, I found it. Look at some wheels we got yesterday. Like I said, we still need to hollow out the plastic that came with the original fenders. Turn the turntable on and see what we get. Oh. Good morning, Brett. How are you, bud? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's going to be lower. It's going to be lower styrene. I got to get the... Oh, you want me to do a different set of wheels? Yes, it's the new GTR turned into like a shooting brick. Shooting brake. Yeah, into a wagon, yeah. Hello, Steve. Pete said on to the next set of wheels, so let's see. Let's see what other wheels I can mock her up on. Let's do these. Now I got one of these, like I'm going to sit down with George and Pete later this week. And we're going to sit down and we're going to see what set of wheels will best fit the Chevelle project. So that way we have a really nice, we'll have a really nice gift for the Diversified Scalers show. So I'm gonna go with we're gonna go with the one somebody already painted silver. You know what? I'm gonna pull out the drill real quick. Alright. We're gonna get this baby right. It's only plastic, guys. It's only plastic. Put the hood on it, and then let's turn it. You like these better? Yeah, Dopey, it's in the UK, Europe scene, they're called shooting brakes. But yeah. Now, we did the Mustang 2 years ago. Because last year, my wagon build last year went to George. It was the Belvedere. And I do a custom wagon about once a year. We've done the Torino wagon. We've done the Mustang wagon. The 2015 Mustang wagon. And then I've done the 2009 Mustang Transit wagon. And then this year we're doing this wagon. I have, like I said, I ordered 3 more Sunny pickups. And we're wanting to do a Sunny wagon. We're wanting to do a Sunny wagon, but I don't know, man. I've been looking at that Datsun and the Datsun wagon. You like this one, Dopey? Wait, I'm gonna do another set of wheels here in a minute. Now, Hobby Design has a kit that fits the Tamiya R35 GTR that we're looking at in front. We're using the Aoshima, and it already comes with the Liberty Walk set. And then Factory 80, and then 8181, they do a Rocket Bunny and a Liberty Walk set for the GTRs. Hobby Design's like $140, but it does come with 2 hoods. It comes with some other stuff. This hood's not setting just quite right. So we will be putting a motor in here. And like I said, I'll be doing the interior in the back. I don't know if we'll just do a sub box or if, sorry guys, I don't know if we're just gonna do a sub box or something, but it will have a rear cargo. I ain't gonna black out the windows. I want you to be able to see in there. Um, let's try the other wheels, especially now that I actually trimmed the body. Okay, 81 is for the Tamiya. All right. Now, don't get me wrong, this kit itself comes with a nice set of wheels, and just I haven't built them yet. I'm just playing around with these. Yeah, these look too little on here, if you ask me. I'm gonna go back with the first set now that we got the body. Now that I have the body cut. Guys, there's nights I come down here and don't even build. I just be mocking stuff up. Sitting here in front of me, it looks good on these. Let's see. Because on these, on the wheels it comes with, you got the ring, you got the centers. And like I said, you guys can see a full build-up, a full parts overlook, a kit review over at scaledworld.net. Pete did a full review of this kit. And then he sent it to me, so it's actually of this kit that I'm working on right now. I tell you what, I do like the rubber bands it comes with. Man, them are nice. So we push these in. Push them in, or do you slide them in? So these are the wheels that it comes with. And let me tell you, they are thin. Let me see. So one at the tire has different flow. Okay, yeah, they have angled tires, if you can't see that. So they use a tire to give you that camber look. They're so damn dark you guys won't even be able to see them in here. Okay, that's a back wheel, that's why. Alright, that's a back wheel. And then here's a front wheel. What'd you guys have for supper last night? My wife came home from work craving breakfast burritos. So we made 3 pounds of sausage. We like the mild sausage. And then a dozen eggs. Whew. Okay, yeah, here's the front wheel. I like the tires, but you know what? I've never ever had a cooked plantain yet, Pete. When I took my wife to Roatan and Belize, I had like a plantain was cut up into the rice dish, but I've never had just a fried plantain, you know, like a fried potato would look like or something. Hey, what's up, John? I'd posted yesterday, guys, about shipping to Butch, and it cost us shipping to Butch and Punch yesterday, and how much it cost us. Both gentlemen contacted me and had both the guys had contacted me, and they both offered to pay back the shipping, and I told them no, that's what we raised the funds for, is to make sure we can gift you guys stuff and be able to pay the shipping in return with it, instead of, you know, the Camaro was a fundraiser, Punch's stuff was a gift, and, you know, me and Pete feel it was not necessary for you guys to pay for your own shipping. It'd be different if we were having a sale or something, and we had stated that, you know, you buyer paid shipping, but I really appreciate both you guys trying to do so. But that's why me and Pete do the Scaled World Weekly raffle stuff, and you know, it's to give back to you guys. So I appreciate you guys following along with today. Kids are up and running around, so I need to get up there and tend to them. Thanks for hanging out with me a few hours this morning. When we come back to this, I should be no further along than body filler, if I do any body filler yet. So you guys have a great day. So you guys have a great day. Hopefully you guys get to the bench yourselves this weekend. This is Minnie, and I'm out.